Hey guys, Phil here at Woods Tree Farm, and today we are going to put our axes to the test. I have cut up some rounds here ready to go. I got here some red oak, and then I also have, if you saw my video the other day, some fresh pine. I knocked down a couple big trees along our field edge, and I've got a couple different diameters of pine rounds. So we're going to try a couple different woods, a couple different sizes, and a couple different axes to see which one does the best. Here we go. Alright, so we pulled up here close to the shed. This is one of the few places where it's actually somewhat level, so this is a good spot for me to try to chop these up. Let me show you the three different kinds of axes. This is going to be the first axe. This is the Fiskars X27. This is a pretty popular splitting axe. I've seen a bunch of other YouTube videos on this. The Amazon reviews for this axe are really good, and this is a what I'll call a speed axe because it's not a very heavy one. You can see how thin the head is, and in order for this axe to do well at splitting, you really got to swing it hard. So that's what I'll call the speed axe. The other two axes that I have rely more heavily on their weight and on the momentum of the heavy head in order for them to be effective. The first one is a traditional 8-pound maul. So next up we'll be trying this 8-pound maul. And this particular one is the Trooper brand. I don't think it really matters. A maul is a maul in my book. 8-pound head. Its handle is just as long as the Fiskar axe. So this one can really, hit it hard because it's got that long handle and a nice big heavy head. And then this third one here is one that I acquired when I got a big set of tools off of Facebook Marketplace. I posted a video about that a while back, and this was in that lot of tools. And you can see it's got a big triangle shaped head. I can't find any brand markings. Oh, actually, for the first time, I glanced at this before, I didn't see it. It says Brave Industries from some town in Illinois. And it says splitting maul, net weight 12 pounds. This thing is heavy. I'm sure 12 pounds includes the handle. I don't think just the head is 12 pounds. But this is a heavy piece, and you can see with that wedge shape, if it can get in there, it should be able to split some wood. We've done some dry pine with this one before. I know it does work. I'm really interested to see with the wood that we have and the size rounds that we have, how this compares to the other rounds that we have. So let's get started. Alright, so this round here, it's not a perfectly clean round. It's got a branch there, branch there. So we'll see how this one does. We'll do the 8-pound maul first. Alright, so we'll call that 3 whacks with the 8-pound maul. Curious to see if we try to find a very similar round, how the other ones do. And these are my smallest rounds. Everything else that I have is bigger. So here's another piece of pine. This one's probably about 7-8 inches across. We'll try the Fiskars next. And I hit it off center and broke a piece off. Try to get another good hit on it. You can see how much deeper that head went in there because it's so much more narrow. Alright. I don't know, do we call that 3 whacks with the Fiskars? Or is that 2? Call that 2.5. Alright, if I had to swing for hours, this thing is so much easier to swing. But be curious to see when we get into the bigger rounds or the red oak that I have, how it compares. Alright, let me get one more pine round. It's about this size. And we'll try that triangle one. This one might be a hair bigger than those other two. This thing's so heavy. You see how that just bounced off? There's no penetration at all. There is a bit of a crack that started, but there wasn't any penetration into the log. It was just the force of it caused the wood to crack and then it bounced off. Try it again. Alright. Well, 2 whacks with that one. So, for rounds that are 7 to 8 inches, somewhat comparable so far. So I think it's time to move it up. We'll get another, we'll get a couple other pine rounds in here. I've got these bigger pine rounds. Alright. So this one is over 12 inches in diameter. I didn't bring my tape measure, but here is a piece of 2x6. So if I take it, we know it's 5.5 inches across. So that's 11 and there's an extra inch. So that's just about exactly 12 inches across. What do you think? Should we try this one first? Try it. Try to hit it right in the middle. See how many whacks it takes to break it. Oh, it just bounced right off. Ooh. 3 whacks. Not too bad. Alright, so here's another one. This one's actually slightly bigger. Let's try the 8-pound maul. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. How many is that so far? 1, 2, 3, 6. I'm trying to hit it down here a little closer to the edge. There it goes, just cracked. Alright, so I was swinging that just as hard, if not harder, than that triangle head one. And you can see how much more work that took. And that's good clean wood. Look, nice straight grain, no branches. Alright, and the last one here, back to the Fiskars. This is another 12-inch. This one I can see did have a couple knots from a couple branches in there, so we'll see if that impacts how this comes apart. It's already starting to crack. Alright, so we had the 8-inch rounds of pine, we had the 12-inch rounds of pine. let's try some oak. You ready? Alright, so this oak came from a standing dead tree. There was an animal that had burrowed in the tree, and then that caused the tree to die, or I guess it caused the top of the tree to weaken. It had lost its top, and then just the trunk had remained standing in my woods. I took this down a few weeks ago. It's just been laying in the back of my field, and it is a little bit punky on the outside, and we've gotten some rain since it's been laying on the ground now. It's got a lot of moisture retention around the outside where all that punky wood is. So I'm going to try to hit it square and clean in the solid core and try not to break off any of that punky stuff on the outside. So we'll do the opposite order this time. I'll try the Fiskars axe first, and then I'll do the others. Oh, look at that. Already split. I thought the oak was going to be way harder, but maybe it actually splits better. 2 whacks. That's great. Let's get another one. Alright, next up, let's try the triangle one. 12-pound triangle on a, it's about an 11-inch. Let's double check that. There's my 5.5. 5.5. Yeah, that's about 11 inches. Wow. Wow. Let's try the Maul. 8-pound Maul on 11-inch oak. I missed. I'll call that one my fault. Should have hit it over here where my last hit was. It'll split on this one. No, maybe not. I didn't give that one my all. That's not fair. Alright, Maul, we're going to give you a second chance. Slightly smaller round. See what you can do. Oh, bounced off. Alright. Alright, I don't believe that triangle one did as well as it really did. So let's see if that result of one swing is repeatable. And this is a little bit more of a challenge. There's not over here, there's not over here. So I'm going to try to hit it right in line with those 2 branches and see what that does. Oh, that time it bounced. All right, 2 whacks that time. So which one did best? Well, what do you guys think? Leave me in the comments below what your opinion is of what you saw here, and maybe any experience you have with these different styles of splitting axes. I tell you what, the 12-pound triangle, I don't know if that's what it's really called, but the 12-pound triangle, pretty impressed with, and seems like it did the job with both small rounds and big rounds pretty well. Those first couple that I hit this one with, I didn't swing it 100%. I was kind of just letting it fall. I mean, I gave it a little bit, but generally just let it come down, and just to see what the weight of the head could do. But I think if you really swing this and let the weight of that head get to work, you saw what it did. It really split pretty well. But if you had a whole lot of wood, that thing's 12 pounds. I don't think you're swinging that thing for hours on end. So in my past, the little bit of wood splitting experience I have, so let's just get that out there. I don't have a lot of wood splitting experience. With a little bit that I have, this has always been my preferred tool, the 8-pound maul. And this one, I use it pretty regularly. It's got a good edge on it. The handle's in good shape, the head's on tight. I mean, everything about this is tip-top. And you saw how it performed compared to these other two. So I think in terms of you know, performance, of the three that I had here, I'd probably put this one in third place. All right, and then the Fiskars. What I'll say is the surprise of the bunch. This one, particularly in the oak, surprised me. And I guess that oak splits a little bit better, splits a little bit more cleanly than the pine. And this really powered through it. And you just have to swing that head really hard. But this is so light, I think I could get away with swinging this for a few hours and splitting a whole bunch of wood, where the other ones, the weight would just wear me out. If you're trying to figure out which one might be the most efficient, I think there's quite a few considerations here. But I think the standouts to me today were this one, the Fiskars, and the 12-pound triangle head. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys think this was a fair test. And leave me a comment. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see some more comparisons out here at the farm, let me know that as well. So thanks for watching today. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.